Good morning. I am getting ready to make baked potato soup for the first time. This is my mother-in-law's recipe from her recipe book. This she clipped from a magazine back in the day, back before the internet. You'd get recipes from magazines and newspapers. And this is the recipe my husband grew up eating. He loves it. So I'm gonna give it a try. We usually get potato soup every time we go to O'Charley's. O'Charley's is a chain restaurant. But the last couple times, the restaurant has just been disappointing in service, food, etc. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make it at home. So, and it does require some ingredients. So you're supposed to bake 4 large baking potatoes. I did 5 just because a couple were smaller. They've already been baked. So the next step is I'm gonna take the peeling off and cube them, and then 4 green onions, salt and pepper. It is going to require 7 cups of milk, flour and butter. That forms the base. Sour cream, cheese, and bacon. I did get fully cooked bacon. It just, for this recipe, it's a lot easier. But of course, you don't have to use fully baked. It's just the cost of bacon right now is kind of expensive, and this was on sale, so I got that. I'm going to have my husband cook the bacon for me real quick, and then we are going to get started chopping up these potatoes. But actually, once you have everything together, it shouldn't really take that long, less than 20 minutes. I just mentioned that because I've never made baked potato soup before, because I really thought it took longer. Back, I don't know, 15 years ago, I spent the day with a coworker, and she was making her famous potato soup, and it took all day. I don't know why, I can't remember. But this recipe should only take like 20 minutes. And I got it, I don't know what magazine that my mother-in-law got it from, but here we, if you want to reference this woman, this is from the 80s. So let me get started. I got all my ingredients ready. These are the potatoes cubed, and then 4 green onions sliced, my 1 cup of sour cream, 1 1/4 cup of cheese, my bacon crumbled, salt and pepper, and then milk. It's gonna need 7 cups. I got my butter in my stock pot. I'm using my stock pot because 7 cups of milk and that many potatoes is a lot. I just think it's too much for my regular pan that I use for soup and stuff. So got my stock pot. I'm gonna warm this up, and the first step is to melt the butter and then stir in the flour and stir it until it's smooth. Add the milk gradually, stirring until thickened, and then you add the potatoes and onions. So that's why I have everything ready, because I just feel like if I step away to pull the ingredients, I'm gonna burn something. So definitely make sure you have all your ingredients ready. So let me get this started. I think I forgot to mention the amount of butter. So it's 2/3 cup butter or margarine. You melt that down, and then 2/3 cup flour, and that's forming, what is it called? The roux, the base. So my butter is melting quickly, but I'm doing it on like a medium heat because I don't want any of this to burn. All right, so I did the roux. And then Robert helped me. I would definitely recommend 4 hands for this. So we added the 7 cups of milk and whisked it in with the roux, and then cooked that for about 5 minutes until it was thickened. Now we added 5 cups of potato with the green onion, and we're gonna stir this constantly until it comes to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we reduce it to simmer and cook for 10 minutes. So the problem with the recipe is it said like 4 big potatoes, and then in parentheses about 4 cups. So as you can see, I got a lot of potato left over. We ended up using 5 cups. Go ahead, you can start, Robert. We ended up using 5 cups of potatoes. So basically, I don't know, judge it for how much. I don't want just an all potato soup, you know what I'm saying? So we thought 5 cups looked good. No big deal. I got this potatoes baked or cooked. We'll just make potato pancakes later this week. Not a problem. It's almost done simmering. I've been standing here stirring constantly because this milk will absolutely scorch. So yeah, just been stirring as much as I can. It's got 2 more minutes, and then I will add the sour cream, the cheese, the bacon, and salt and pepper to taste. And it says to stir until the cheese is melted, and then serve immediately. So it has thickened up quite nicely, and you can see the potatoes. Robert says this is enough potatoes. I just mention it because I made way too much potatoes. And definitely having Robert's help helped. So yeah, I did end up getting out my plastic whisk and whisking the butter and flour together to form the roux, and then whisked the milk. I don't know if I said that earlier. I couldn't get it on camera because I forgot my tripod downstairs, and it just happened so quickly. But yeah, I have a plastic whisk, and whisk that together, and then once I added the potatoes, I'm just stirring it with the regular spatula. And my cat is talking. I don't know if you heard that, but she's very loud. All right, we added all the ingredients, added a little extra salt than I said earlier, and then we added another ½ cup of cheese. So altogether we used 2 1/4 cups of cheese, just personal preference, and it looks good. It's very thick, but we like our potato soups thick. So let me get these spooned up, and then we will do a taste test. And this is like, there's just the 2 of us. This is technically, what, 7 to 8 servings? So I was gonna freeze the rest, but I won't. I'll eat it for lunch tomorrow. This is so good. I don't want to freeze it. I want to eat it all. It's that good. So this is the baked potato soup. Doesn't it look so good? Hold on. I'm going to flip over and we're going to do a taste test. All right. So this is based on Robert's mom's recipe. So I've never had it her way before. So Robert, what do you think?
It's delicious.
It was good. That's very good.
Does
it taste like what you remember?
It is. It does.
Does it taste better than O'Charlie's?
Oh yeah.
It absolutely tastes better than O'Charlie's. So it took a little longer than I thought. It took about 30 minutes. Because heating up the roux, waiting for the milk to boil, and then simmering it for 10 minutes, and then mixing everything together. So if you're time-wise, if that's, you won't know exactly how long a recipe takes. I would say it took about 30 minutes to make. But it was well worth it. Oh my God, it is so good. You don't even need crackers with this.
No.
It's perfect. So I'll type out the recipe, ingredients, the exact amounts down below in the description box in case you want the exact, since I got this recipe from a book and not online. Let's go. So good. And really, with it using milk and like bacon and potatoes, it's like probably everything you already have in your fridge. So I mean, it's like, kind of like a lot of stuff, like with the cheese and cheese and milk, but it was everything I already had. So, I didn't even need to go to the store for ingredients. So good. I'll see you later.